Afternoon. Just enjoying this nice Saturday afternoon in September, and wanted to talk with you a minute about the people we hang around. I'm sure you're familiar with the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, and that certainly is true. And I was thinking along that line because I was walking my dog down by the Blue Water Bridge, and a elderly gentleman came up to me and talked with me a moment and handed me a Bible tract, a gospel tract. And when I first saw it, I thought perhaps he's with the Jehovah's Witnesses or some cult, and I quickly realized he wasn't, but he was a member of a Baptist church. And I noticed he had a pocket full of these tracts, and he was just chatting nicely and kindly with people who he would pass as he walked his little dog. So we chatted for a minute, and he was telling me again briefly about the church he went to, and I had some words to say to him. And as I left, thought about the instant kinship, at least I felt, with this gentleman. His demeanor was just so kind, and again I quickly realized he was a sincere Christian, a true believer. And I'm amazed when I am around people like that, especially when I don't consider myself in any kind of Christian environment per se, how quickly I light up when I'm around another Christian. So we had some good words to say for a few minutes, and then we parted ways. And I thought to myself again how nice it is to be around other Christians, and how we tend to light up around the people who are like us, I suppose. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. And I wanted to ask you, if you would think about it for a minute, what kind of people are you most comfortable being around? What kind of people are you most comfortable being around? If you are most comfortable, for example, being around Christian-minded people, chances are you're interested in Christian things. If you feel out of place around a group of Christians, chances are that's not where your heart is at. We feel most comfortable around people like us. Back to the man that I talked with for a few minutes, it reminds me of a verse in Romans 8 and verse 16 where it says, the Spirit Himself, that's referring to the Holy Spirit, bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. The Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. There is an affinity, a liking, a likeness for those who have the Spirit of God, if we have the Spirit of God. If you, in other words, don't find yourself at all at ease around Christians, and yet you want to consider yourself a spiritual person or a Christian person, perhaps we ought to think twice about our own true nature. If you are uncomfortable around people, who are very, let's just say, more upright, upstanding, not perfect people, but people who seem to be having more on the ball, and who are more spiritually minded, who talk about the things of God, talk about higher things. If you're around them and you're feeling out of place, why is that? People make excuses oftentimes about not going to church, not being able to find the right church, not being able to find the right pastor, minister. And so they just say, well, I watch church online, I watch it at home on TV, whatever, I go and try to get away myself, and so on. Could it be that you're just simply not comfortable in a Christian crowd? Now, there are good reasons, in my estimation, why we're not always comfortable in Christian settings. There's a lot that is wrong in the Church of God. There's a lot of people all across the board who are not living like true believers. Jesus said there's the wheat and the weeds, and they're all mixed together, and then in the end of time, these would be separated. But still, are we comfortable around true believers? It's difficult sometimes to walk into churches because there's a lot of artificiality, in certain cases, a lot of showmanship, a lot of money grubbing and things like that. And so much of it is really secular in orientation. But the question is, am I uncomfortable with that, or am I uncomfortable with being around Christians? Perhaps there's something in my life I'm simply not addressing. Is there something in your life? Is there some sin in your life which makes you ill at ease with other people? That's something to think about, because we will gravitate around those that are like us. If I'm more comfortable with the drinking crowd, chances are I'm probably happy drinking. Party crowd, bikers tend to hang with other bikers. Sports people tend to talk with sports people. Ladies of like interests tend to be around other ladies of similar interests. And people of God tend to gravitate towards other believers in Jesus. Just some things to think about. Who are those that you feel more comfortable being around? Is the problem in certain cases more with them or with you? Think about that. God bless. Welcome any thoughts. Please like, share, if you would. And again, God bless you.